Hi, welcome to the Loopy Yarn Corner. For today's episode, we're going to go over the popcorn stitch. Now, I have worked up a little bit of it already, and this is what it looks like. The popcorn stitch is made by putting a number of double or triple crochets together, and then folding them in half with a slip stitch, and you'll see what I mean as we go along. So, to get this started, I have turned and chained 3. And for this side of this pattern, we're just going to get right into the popcorn stitch. So what you're going to do is not into this stitch, because remember we talked about this chain 3 counts as a double crochet, which would be going into this stitch right here. So we're not going to go into that one. We're going to go into the next one right here. And we're going to put 5 double crochets into this. I'm crocheting with the wrong hand. Give me a second. We are going to put 5 double crochets into that one stitch right here. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3, and you can do more than 5 if you want it to be a puffier stitch. You can do less. If you're following a pattern, the pattern will tell you how many to do. But a good standard popcorn stitch uses 5. So that's 4, and here's the last one. Okay, so at this point you have 5 double crochet and 1 stitch, and you're going to pull out your working yarn just a little bit so that you don't lose it, and remove your hook. And you're going to go over here to this very first double crochet in our stitch, and you're going to insert from front to back for this one. Insert from front to back if you want the popcorn to puff to the front of your work, which we do right now. And then you're going to pick up this yarn and pull it through, just like that. And then you're going to chain 1 to seal it off. And that creates a popcorn stitch. Now for my pattern, between every popcorn stitch, I am working a double crochet. And our double crochet is going to go right on top of this popcorn stitch from the previous row. So I'm going to put it right there. You see there will be 2 stitches because we are doing a chain 1. That's where we pulled through our yarn. And that's where we chained 1. So there will be 2 stitches for every popcorn stitch at the top. Just pick one and keep going, because if you work in both, you're going to end up with a piece of work that keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I'm going to work into that one and just do a double crochet. Did I pick up both? I did. And just do a normal double crochet. And then we're going to go into this spot right here on top of the double crochet from the last row, and we're going to work our next popcorn stitch. So I'll show you again. I'm going to go through, work a double crochet, and do that again. And 3. And 4. Nope. 4. And here comes number 5. And we're going to pull the yarn out a little bit so we don't lose it. Go into this very first double crochet here, front to back, pick up our yarn, tighten it up, pull it through. And then we're going to chain 1. So that is how we work the front side of this project of popcorn stitches. So I will go ahead and finish off this row, and then I'll meet you on the back side to show you what you can do to make a popcorn stitch from the wrong side of your work. So I'll see you there. Okay, so I have made it through my row. Sorry, not my round, my row. And this is what it's looking like. So now we're going to chain 3 and turn. Holding the yarn the right way, we are going to chain 3 and turn. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and turn. Now, the way that I'm working this is I start the back row, the wrong side row, with 2 double crochet. And again, we're not going into this first one here because these 3 chains count as the stitch for this first one here. So we're gonna go into, this is our popcorn stitch. So we're only gonna pick one of these. And I'm gonna go into this one. And then, well, it looks like I messed up because the spot where we're supposed to work our popcorn stitch for this row is right here. So I'm gonna undo this and we're gonna go into this first one here and work these 2, just because I messed up somewhere. All right. This is a pattern that I invented, and I am not the best at inventing patterns. There's a lot of math involved, and math has never been my strong suit. Okay, and then we're gonna go into this one. And that's our second double crochet. And then we're going to start working our popcorn stitch. Now this starts from the back side, from the wrong side of your work. It starts the same way. You do 5 double crochets into 1 stitch. That's 3. 4, and here is 5. Now here's where it changes. Instead of going front to back, we're going to insert back to front. Pick up your yarn, tighten down, and pull it through. And then chain 1. And then as you can see, it pushed the popcorn stitch to the front of the work, just like you were working it the other way. So let's try that one more time. We're going to double crochet here. And then we're going to double crochet 5 times into this stitch right here. I think I got it. I was splitting the yarn there for a second. The yarn that I'm using, I will talk about it in a minute, but it's like 8 ply, I think. So there's 8 tiny little strands woven together for this yarn. So it's very easy to split them and get them tangled, but it also makes for a much more solidified appearance at the end, if that makes sense. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. That's 5. So back to front over here, through, pull through, chain 1. And that is how you work the popcorn stitch. Now, you can tell probably that it looks a little messy. Now, most of that is because I used a pretty big hook to do this. Popcorn stitches, as far as I've been able to tell, work at a smaller gauge a lot better than they do at a bigger gauge, because you end up with all these holes in the work, and it just looks better with a smaller hook and a tighter gauge, a tighter tension. So the yarn that I used for this is the one merino wool from Wool and the Gang. It's 100% superwash merino wool. It's about 87 yards or 80 meters to a ball. So I have enjoyed working with this yarn, and I will continue working with this yarn. So that is how you work the popcorn stitch. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you subscribe, please consider ringing the bell so that you will have access to all the future videos as soon as they get uploaded. But thank you for watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.